John never imagined that betrayal could hide behind something so ordinary, so stupidly innocent, as a loaf of bread. For years, he believed his marriage to Petra was not perfect, but functional, steady, warm enough. They laughed sometimes, they argued sometimes. They shared meals, chores, a bed, and dreams that never quite materialized, but still lived in the air between them. 13 years of marriage, built like a house, patchwork walls, old wood, some cracks, some strong beams. And he thought it still stood firmly. He had no idea the foundation was already rotting. It was a Thursday morning. Pale light filtered through the curtains. The smell of last night's forgotten coffee lingered in the air. John was hungry. He wanted toast, simple, easy. But there was no bread on the counter, so he pulled open the upper kitchen cupboard, and that was when the universe tilted. Instead of bread, he saw it, a small black cell phone, lying flat as if it had been placed there gently, intentionally, not dropped, not hidden in a rush. Placed. What the? He picked it up. It felt foreign, unfamiliar, cold. Petra's phone was white, his was blue. They didn't own a black one. He almost put it back. Almost. But the screen woke instantly beneath his thumb. Unlocked. And that's when he saw them. The messages. At first, just previews. Last night was amazing. I can't stop thinking about you. I miss your body. When will we meet again? His heart seemed to disconnect from his chest, drifting upward to hover somewhere above him. His vision blurred. His fingers trembled. He opened the message thread. And that was when the story of his marriage ended. The messages went back weeks, months even. Long paragraphs filled with warmth, touches of longing. Conversations about their secret meetings, about how Petra's husband doesn't suspect anything. The man's name was saved under a single initial, M. John's pulse thudded in his ears. He scrolled. More messages, more photos, never faces, but hands holding wine glasses, a hotel room bed frame, the edge of a mirror showing Petra's silhouette. His Petra, or at least the woman he thought she was. The floor under him felt suddenly unreliable. The house, the kitchen, the cupboard, it all felt unreal, as if he'd stepped sideways out of his life into someone else's nightmare. He heard Petra humming upstairs, and he knew his life would never be the same. Petra? She came down the stairs, a towel in her hands, drying her hair. What? His hand held the phone up between them like a weapon. Her face drained of color. Too fast, too completely. She knew. John watched emotions flicker across her face. Shock, fear, calculation. But not remorse. Not yet. What is this? A forced, trembling laugh. It's nothing. Petra, who is M? John, please, it's not what it looks like. It looks like betrayal. It's just a virtual fling. Nothing real. I never met him. You expect me to believe that? Yes. Everyone talks online. It's not cheating if it's not physical. He felt something inside him tear. Not a swift rip, but a slow, excruciating unraveling. You lied to me. It was harmless. God, John, you're overreacting. Overreacting. He looked at her as if seeing a stranger. You are telling me that romantic messages, hotel beds, all of this was harmless. Her expression hardened, as if she were the victim. John, I didn't meet him, okay? Can we just drop this? You always blow small things into big drama. Small things. His marriage collapsing was, apparently, a small thing. And that was when he realized Petra was not just unfaithful. She was willfully blind, emotionally incompetent, dangerously selfish, a liar, and something even harder to forgive. She was stupid enough to believe her lies mattered more than his truth. For 2 days, they said little. Petra pretended life was normal. She cooked, cleaned, scrolled her phone. John walked around the house like a ghost, carrying the weight of that secret phone like a stone in his pocket. He tried to sleep. He couldn't. He tried to understand. He couldn't. But on the 3rd night, he walked into the bedroom. Petra was lying on the bed, reading. We need to talk. Oh, God, are you still on that? That tone, that dismissive, patronizing tone, destroyed the last bit of mercy he had left. Yes, we're going to talk. And you're going to tell me the truth. I did tell you the truth. No. You told me a story. A bad one. What do you want me to say? He leaned his hands on the dresser, steadying himself. Petra, did you ever meet him? Silence. A curl of panic flashed across her face. Petra. More silence. Then she exhaled sharply. Fine. Yes. Once. But it wasn't anything. Not anything? Really? John, I didn't want to tell you because you get jealous and dramatic. Petra. She glared. Did you sleep with him? Another silence. Longer. He watched her jaw shift, her eyes flick away, then back, then away again. He already knew the answer. Finally, she muttered quietly. Yes, but it wasn't a big deal. His heart dropped. He felt it, a physical sensation like falling inside his own body. Not a big deal. 13 years of marriage. Not a big deal. His trust. Not a big deal. His love. Not a big deal. His entire emotional world shattered by carelessness. Why are you acting like this means the world is ending? And that sentence, those exact words, were the moment he stopped loving her. The next morning, John filed for divorce. He didn't scream. He didn't beg. He didn't rage. He simply walked into the attorney's office and signed his name. Petra, unbelievably, was shocked. You're seriously divorcing me over a fling? Petra, you slept with another man. People do worse. Couples move past cheating all the time. Is that what you think this is? That we can move past the way you lied to me, disrespected me, treated me like a fool? I said I'm sorry. But she wasn't. Not truly. She was sorry she got caught, sorry her life was being inconvenienced, sorry that consequences existed. Petra, you don't understand because you can't. You think love is a toy. You treat trust like it's optional. You think stupidity is an excuse. Excuse me? You heard me. His eyes were tired, so tired. Besides being a liar, you're also unbelievably stupid. For a moment, the world froze. Petra's jaw dropped. She looked wounded, offended, outraged, but never guilty. And that confirmed everything. There was no saving this. In the weeks that followed, Petra sent messages, long, self-pitying ones, angry ones, tearful voice notes, blaming him, blaming M, blaming stress, blaming loneliness, blaming anything but herself. John stopped reading them. He moved into a small apartment with peeling paint and bad lighting, but every night he breathed a little easier. He cooked simple meals. He slept without the weight of lies beside him. He looked out the window and felt, slowly, alive again. Petra once showed up at his door. "Why can't you forgive me?" He stared at her gently. "Because you still don't know what you destroyed." She blinked. It wasn't the cheating. It wasn't the lying. It wasn't the phone or the messages. It was the moment you told me it wasn't a big deal. That's when I realized you never valued me at all. She tried to speak, but no words came out. For the first time, she looked truly small, truly ashamed, truly lost. But it was too late. He closed the door. Healing took time. Some nights, John cried quietly into his pillow. Some mornings, the loneliness felt like a knife. Some afternoons, he replayed moments, wondering what signs he missed. But eventually, the pain lessened. The world became wider. Colors returned. He learned to smile at strangers again, to laugh at movies again, to trust himself again. And one day, months later, John stood in his small kitchen, reached into the cupboard, and pulled out a loaf of bread. Nothing else was there. No secret phone, no lies, no hidden betrayal. Just bread. Simple. Honest. And he realized he had survived. He realized he deserved better. He realized love wasn't supposed to feel like suspicion, confusion, or emotional starvation. Love, real love, was honest. It lived in the open, not inside a cupboard, hidden behind groceries. And with that realization, John finally closed the chapter of Petra and opened a new one for himself. A chapter built not on lies or invisible men, but on truth, on healing, on hope. And that was the greatest victory of all.